Guys, it's Nina. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Um, I last time I did a really horrible tutorial of a makeup look by Zella Day. If you go back in my videos, you'll be able to watch it. It was kind of just a funny mess around. Um, this video I wanted to make a little different. I realized that when I was posting certain things, it was helping a lot of people out, and a lot of people were kind of feeling the same way, driving the same way that I was. So I decided to make this YouTube video a vlog, and I think something that just I personally have been struggling with a lot lately is change and accepting change, and I think that's a really sticky one for a lot of people. It's like a situation that like it hurts a lot, you know? Like um I say like a million times. It's cool. Uh it's just something that I've found to be one of the most painful things that you can feel. Is something changing, especially when you're used to it and you vibe with it and it's a part of your everyday life. Like it gets hard and painful to live without that thing that's changing in front of you. And I think for me lately, it's been a hardcore journey back to myself after I don't like just finding out who I am, I guess. And I know a lot of people at my age, this age, in your 20s or so, we're all just trying to figure out who we are. And I think change has to do with a lot of that. And for me, it's been hard because I've had to deal with recent change of losing a best friend. And I think to me that's something that's very painful because it's someone you become accustomed to, like you tell them everything, you see your future with them, like you see how you guys are gonna be when you grow old together or something like that, you know. And when you start to build this life up, like I guess yeah, kind of like in your head, you just start to build up this life, and you imagine these things with this person, and it helps you grow closer to them, and then they share that as well. It's really hard to let go. In the instance of change, I have felt the struggle and am feeling the struggle of the not knowing when to let change happen. And I actually think that's a lot of what this random rant of a video is just really letting change happen, because I think we hurt ourselves more in the long run. Or me personally, I've felt that I've hurt myself more trying to hold on to what was obviously trying to change right in front of me and not just letting it go. And I don't know. People say it's just a saying, and a lot of people don't really like it, but I do like the saying in the terms of, if you let it go and it comes back to you, then it's really yours. Because if you can let something go for the better of you or that thing or that person, and you have real heart in that, I think that if that person really cared about you, that they'll come back. And I think that's why you need to let change happen, not just so that person will come back, but I firmly believe in that saying. Um, Another thing is that, if we don't have change in our lives, then life stays pretty constant, you know? I mean, whether it's like a small change, like a new school or a new job, or like a change of where you live, or maybe your lifestyle, you've changed completely. I think your life would be very boring if those changes for you maybe didn't happen. I mean, think about all the opportunities in life that you actually miss without change. Um, I mean, what if you were trying to become a musician and just your status just never changed? Like, you never grew fans because that never changed. Like, those are all just their changes that you go through, and it goes into why I think they're necessary. Um, I think definitely though, there's nothing for me that I've found more powerful and more painful than change. It's one of those things where it really bites you in the ass if you aren't careful with it, and it's one of those things where it can be really a beautiful thing if you were like waiting for this thing to change or you had change in mind. At this point, I'm just rambling, but yeah, I think we like a lot of the time we build ourselves up into a safe spot and we get comfortable there and we build a nest and we stay in there and we step back from opportunities we could have had, doors we could have opened, and we step into regret and we step into satisfaction. And for me personally, I was starting to notice that I was just getting satisfied with life, um, dealing with change the way that I was before this whole journey of self that I'm on. I've started to notice that I was getting really satisfied with life. And for most people, you'd be like, what? Why would that be a bad thing? Satisfied? Like, that sounds good, right? For me, personally, no. I don't think I ever want to be satisfied by life. I mean, when you think about it, when someone says satisfaction, it means like they're the happiest they can be. Like, that is the best they can get for them. And I don't think I want to feel that in life. Like, I think I would love to go about my life just, I don't know, satisfaction for me, it sounds too like, I don't want to be just satisfied. Like, I feel like that makes the hunger die inside. It took me a minute. But I think there's just something really special about the hunger that we as people have. And I think it's so cool, like, the hunger that we as people have to go out to chase things that we want or to take what we came to get. And um, I think there's something really special in that it that hunger that I feel is present in my life. I don't think I want to get rid of that. I don't think I want to ever be satisfied. And I mean, I never want to be satisfied of like how much I can love a person. I never want to be satisfied in like where I want to go or what I want to do. Like, I never just want to do one thing and then be like, okay, I'm satisfied for the rest of my life. Like, for me, no, that's not really living. Like, I feel like the whole, like, gist of, like, living life is doing what you want to do when you want to do it. And that doesn't mean, like, be irresponsible or, like, not take care of yourself. But it just means that this is so off the topic of change. But, yeah, it's just change is necessary in the fact of not being satisfied. And if you're like me and you feel like life is an ever grasping, chasing hunger that you'd like to hold on to, because I feel like that hunger is drive, And if you don't have drive in life, like, what do you have? What are you like living on? What's getting you up every day if you don't have drive? And I feel like change sometimes brings the right kind of drive, the right kind of mood you need to like buckle you into where you're supposed to be next or whatever you're supposed to be doing. And I think that change is necessary for those things. And um, those are just some of the reasons that I feel it's a very good thing to embrace change and just let it happen and not to fear it. I think that's been my struggle lately is fearing the change. I've been fearing, like, what is my life going to be like, when that person leaves, or what is life going to be like if I don't have that anymore, or where am I really going to be if I'm not at this place. And I think I'm becoming more at peace, and I think a lot of you will be more at peace if you just learn to accept the change that's going to happen in life. And if you can learn to accept that and just ride it, like, just ride the waves of life, as dorky as that may sound, you'll be a lot happier living in your moments, living moment to moment. Because I think planning for the future is necessary and good, yes, but I think living moment to moment gives you that drive, that hunger. And I feel like us as people, that's what we're looking for, in life. People are always looking, for something. I feel like we are just looking for something in all these different little things in life to satisfy that hunger. And I don't want to be satisfied. I want to keep looking. I want to keep looking at whoever I marry and be completely and totally in love with them, not just be satisfied. I want to keep looking at my future and just keep making these these alterations that just get me even more excited about what I'm about to do. And I don't know. I think there's something in that hunger and not being satisfied and not just staying in where you're at, but really just embracing change. So I think the biggest step for me so far on this self journey, and if you're on a journey of self, like I'd like to know about it. I'd like you guys to tell me, let's talk about it. Like write it in the comments, write me on Instagram, on Twitter, just wherever, because I think there's something special in a journey of self. And I think there's a lot of lessons that you get to teach yourself. And I think it just goes really far to like finding that core of just utter happiness and like being yourself. Because I think it's a beautiful feeling to just feel like you're yourself and you don't care. And I had that once, and I'm really excited on this self journey to have that again and just have a sense of self and who I am. And if you're going through anything like that, I'd like you to comment below or reach me on Instagram or Twitter. And yeah, if you like to rant with me or you just like to continue to see what I have to say or do, because this channel is so random, I never know what I'm going to do next. So if you want to know what I'm going to do next, please hit the subscribe button below. And I'd really love to see you guys back here. I couldn't stress enough to never fear change, because sometimes it will give you the most freaking dope experiences you've ever had in your life. I know if I wouldn't have changed some things in my life, I wouldn't get to go to these freaking amazing events that happen in my life lately and doing the things that I'm doing. So I would just embrace change, guys, because that's where I'm at in life right now. And I really feel like a lot of people are stressing with change in their life and it hurting and just being painful. And we don't have to let it hurt, guys. I think I'm learning that too. You don't have to let it hurt. I think it's better that we just dust it off and go about teaching ourselves who we are. Live life moment to moment and have no regret. But take care of yourself. Okay, guys. I love you.